So far, I've learned to be more into my feminine self and to lean back and let a guy steer more. I actually met somebody online, and he fits the description of my male that I had created, which is very exciting. It's just like scary exciting, I guess.
Yeah, it always does in my programs. Things come in very fast.
I am grateful for the amazing community of women that I have here in Boston. Man, I've learned an awful lot. There's been so many little nuggets and little tools that I've learned to have much more discernment and paying attention to, well, number one, the questions to ask that I would have never thought to ask before, that I feel like bring things to the surface that probably I would have been in a 2-year relationship and just figuring those out in the past.
Like going through this made me realize that leaning back and letting the guy serve you is showing that you have value.
So that has been a tremendous help in having myself regroup and just taking some me time.
Receiving permission from you and from every woman in this group to be my sensual, feminine, and sexual self, because that's a birthright, and I'm trying to learn that it is a birthright, but I didn't feel like it was a birthright, and I felt guilty about having any desire, and about just being a woman, that I was born the wrong kind of human. I had to be a man, and my parents wanted a boy. So just, learning to value myself and giving myself permission by seeing other women here give themselves permission, or more of that permission, and even celebrate that part of themselves. That for sure is invaluable, and I'll keep feeding that part of myself to undo the guilt and shame. And then in terms of, especially that one class where you let me talk about my story at Luba, and everyone here was so forthcoming with love and empathy for me.
I think Luba has been in us for all of us to some degree,
and gave me good advice on what I could do to heal this trauma and embrace myself. That was really beautiful. And now I can be like, okay, when I'm walking in, say, like the grocery store, and somebody looks at me, and I'm like, no, I don't have to look away. Remember doing that flirting exercise with Caroline? I just have to do that. Or some version of that. So yes, just this comfort and these practices and tools you've taught us that you can continue to do, and it'll grow. So yeah, just really grateful for all of this experience. And
I was at the class with questions and I think what you called activating Superman, and one of the things I took away from that is asking for help, and so it's actually been quite effective to just for things that I've really needed help with, and I think I would have felt like shy or like it's actually been great in terms of activating Superman in a man that I'm interested in. So that's been great.
Badass combination of badassery and nurture and sexiness, and you aspire to where we all want to get to. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, let me amateur myself here. Let me go to Lynn.
Okay, well, we have to be brief, don't we? Because words, you epitomize what you are sharing. Not teaching, sharing. You are the absolute goddess. I have never, ever in my life met anybody like you, Luba. I mean, you are just so incredibly special, and you're so generous with all your love and your experiences, the way you share. And I've been with people before, narcissist head therapists, even close friends, who don't listen. Therefore, when they respond, they've got the pat answers. And to me, you again epitomize the heart circle where you listen and then immediately you come up with something that resonates, that's so truthful and so dead on, and it's done with just so much heart, and you radiate joy. I mean, everybody wants to hug you, Luba. Well, I want to hug you. I wish you were here now. And give you a tantric hug. You are just one of the best people I have ever had the good fortune to meet in my life. I adore you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Let's go to Peggy.
This is kind of emotional. I think Luba is just an amazing, she's like a mother soul or spirit for everyone. Very safe, very genuine. From where I first started to here and just helping all the women, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It's just awesome. She has this smooth calmness, how she can take all that we're pouring out, our pain, our hurt, and just calmly transition us real direct and easy. And it's just, I don't know, it's just, she's a really neat, special person.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Peggy. Let's move on to Teresa.
Only a master makes something look effortless. Everything that you've studied, everything that you've done, everything that you've been exposed to, you've shown your brilliance in just absorbing it, and you always know what gift to give each person, no matter what the facet of their life is. And that kind of comprehension and in alignment with the spiritual walk that everyone is going through, and your ability to tap into that and be able to share with them at that level, you're a miracle. And I love you. And my grandmother has been dead for many years, and I have missed her. And when we first talked, I felt like you were wise like she was, and she used to give me a lot of very good old school, old country advice.
Yeah.
But she couldn't teach me what you've taught me, and you've taken it to a whole nother level. And I love you, and thank you so much. You've done what psychiatrists and other people have never been able to do for me. Love you. You're coming to my wedding.
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Teresa. Let's move on to Alona.
Hi. Okay, so Luba, I also feel like I've been transformed, and yeah, I can actually add on to what Teresa's saying, because therapy is useful. I'm a therapist myself, but coaching is something different, and when you coach with a heart, it makes a difference, and a person that really cares and remembers your story is very important. So I really appreciate that about you. Also, you're very wise, and in ways that other people are missing, and you're very real, which I appreciate, because like a lot of gurus and coaches are sitting up on a pedestal somewhere, and you're down to earth, and you give like real wisdom and understanding and support. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I also am very glad that I found you, and I'm sure everybody can benefit from your programs.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. We'll move on to Ellen.
I think the word I keep from all of that is love, because I think love is what you give, Luba, and that's what you gave us all these weeks, and that's also what you create, because with that love, for me, all the love you gave us, it's I can't explain that. It just you are for me the living proof that that when you give love to someone, that person will grow and will access to love as well. And that's such an experience. And for me, you're impressive, really, because you're the perfect combination of a lot of feminine qualities, but also, sometimes you were very direct. Sometimes, in fact, always warm and loving. And I sorry. I really feel you have always found the right thing to say to us all the time. And that's crazy what you have done with us. And I will be always grateful for that. And you have now a place in my heart.
Thank you. Thank you. Sabina.
So I'm not very big with emotions, but I have to say that I think Luba I think you were born to do this. I think not everybody and very few people actually have the natural gift of being able to kind of see through people and really understand what they need. And it could be, it could be advice, it could be suggestion, it could be something else. Really, everybody is different, but I think you have that natural sense. I think that you're very wise. I think you yourself are very, very magnetic, so you can teach by your own life and by your own experience. And I think I've met you a bunch of years ago at your retreats. I came a couple of times, and I've noticed that you shifted, a lot more into earthy zone, I guess, where I am at. And I think that together with everything else makes you just, mind-blowing as a teacher and as a coach, and as someone who understands every perspective and gives advice. And I think I'm one of the unique people here where we actually understand each other's background and kind of the neuroses where we come from, and like what we have to deal with and how we were raised in like the Soviet days, and all of that additional layer. Like I was a lefty who was retained into a righty. Like a lot of you guys are not familiar that actually took place, and like the confines, but I think Luba gets it all. And given the hardships she went through, I think you really can give so much to others. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think last is Gitama.
So, Luba, I see you as being very warm, compassionate, and loving. And it comes through in everything you say and every interaction you have. It's kind of like you can hit someone on the head like with a Zen stick, but it's with a smile and with love. And the other thing that I see is I think you're I appreciate your humor. It really cracked me up. And I appreciate that because I tend to be a little too serious, maybe too stubborn, like you said. But yeah, I feel your love, and it comes through in everything.
Thank you. So I think we've gone through everybody. Have I missed anybody? Luba, I think I've gone through everybody.
I think that's it. I think we only have Sandra, who also knows me very well. But it's okay.
Sorry, well.
Okay, my love. Okay. Then thank you so much. Penny, how did it feel?
It's cool.
Yeah, that's your next job. Okay.